Bringing you your reading for. I'm trying to balance my camera out. It keeps wanting to move around today. Bringing you your reading for 6-7. Okay. Please hit like and subscribe for a chance to win a free reading of hypnosis, whatever I do. Good morning, everybody. I'm not sure I'm on different times. I'm trying to get back on my schedule. If you guys didn't know, I slipped and fell in my horse pasture yesterday, and I don't know if you can see it. It's pretty bad. And I had to go take a trip to immediate care. And of course, they reminded me, yeah, well, you had your tetanus, so don't worry about it. So I basically came home. Hi, Jen. How are you? So anyway, I'm okay, and I got to catch up. I'm behind. I have a couple of yearly readings that I have not yet done. Ouch, sorry. I have been really busy with readings. I'm getting a lot of people showing up at the house that are local. So I had that happen. A couple people yesterday did that. And they come in for Reiki healing. Can I do it remotely? Yes, but people like to come because, I don't know, it seems like it works better. That's my opinion. Also with hypnosis, I do it online, but people like to come for hypnosis. And I got my front room all set up for hypnosis. So, and like I said, I'm trying to make my garage into something also. So good morning. So anyway, today, you know what? Hi, hi, Charisma. No, I haven't seen you guys for a while. Hey, how are you guys? So today you're taking the bull by the horns. And you're making something happen and it has to do with somebody of power. So it could be a doctor, a lawyer, a financier, a banker. It's somebody of power. And you're making things happen. Now, I find this interesting because this is the card of finance and growing your money. So this is the card of investments, which is very, very interesting because it's also of you doing hard work and collaborating with somebody. This card can also represent you doing a great job and being recognized for the great work you do too. But just to let you know, but there's also a time of healing where you are really doing some soul searching, healing, kind of watching your back, being careful, being cautious. So see, I think it's today, it's mostly has to do with your finances today. Now, it's so interesting because yesterday, remember, I got the Sun card. We had all these really good cards. And remember, they read there for me, too. And what happened for me was the fact that I got a loan thing in the mail saying I'm going to pay my student loan off. But then I saw that I have to be working full time. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not working full time. I'm retired. But then my daughter found a spot, and we circled it, that said you don't have to be working full time because of COVID. So I get around that a little bit, but I've made over 30 years of almost 25 years of payments, and I'm still not paid off. And they better pay it off. I'm not getting a little tired of that garbage. So, because I've worked hard. I have not made a whole lot of money as a teacher, and I get what I deserve. I hear these people online trying to shame me for getting my loans paid off. Now wait a minute. Hold on. You get student grants. You get student scholarships. What do you think? That's the same thing? I'm like, I don't understand. It's a bunch of, I just can't believe people in this country. I just can't here in the United States. Like, well, I didn't get it, so you should neither. Hello? Yeah. So anyway, that's where I'm at. Also for today is something's going forward very, very quickly. And it's very traditional. And they're on the way to success with it. Now, when I say traditional, I mean it's the 9-to-5 job. It's a traditional relationship. It's something very traditional. It's not out of the box thinking. It's in the box thinking. So it might even be religion. It might even be standard religion. Maybe, you're going to go pray the rosary today. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So just to let you guys know. So today it's all about you making things happen. Oops, I have to get a better camera. And you guys know that I'm having trouble with my iPad works fine on it's funny. Anything that's it's funny. It works on anything but TikTok. It will not work without a microphone, and I do not know why. It's just bizarre. So anyway, but it's all about you today. That's what it's about. It's about you taking the bull by the horns and you making it happen. Don't let it happen to you. Make it happen. Okay. So with that said, good morning, everybody. I did lower my prices. I know this gas crunch, man. I mean, phew. Good, MJ, good idea. It was all sixes, so you got 6 lottery tickets. Nope, there ain't nothing. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, well, Charisma, you sprained your ankle. I hope you're okay. Okay. Um, oh, how's my arm? Yeah, this is what it looks like, you guys. See, look at it. Can you see it? So my husband thought I should have had stitches, but I didn't need them because it didn't bleed that much. So I was like, I cleaned it out really good. I own a farm, and when you own a farm, you have to get your tetanus shots a lot. And I had mine in 16, so it's not been that long. So yeah. Okay, so let me see. Good morning, Damon. Zoe, can you see anything good coming towards you soon? You might have a job opportunity, Zoe. Okay. Oh, Damon, thank you so much. Damon sent me something, and I'll wear it when I'm online. So I look pale today. I think it's the lighting. I have actually a very deep tan, so I think it's just my lighting. But yeah, I just noticed that. Here, wait. Yeah, it's the lighting. See, look at I just look really pale. Which is okay. I'm going to go out for the sun in the sun today. I have to do a bunch of gardening, but I had a lot of stuff to do. If you guys don't know, my husband has a partly restored 65 Mustang convertible that he's been working on for 25 years. And don't get me started. Anyway, I'm in the process of selling it. I told him, I said, I'm just done. We do have an '04 Mustang. It was a retro 25th anniversary or 30th anniversary. And 64 and a half Mustang convertible. Yeah. We've got that. And I bought that for his 50th birthday. And he drives that a lot. So, and I told him, I'm like, the 65 is never going to get fixed. So I'm just going to sell it in part the way it is, because it's all complete. It's all there. It's just got to get running and get redone, and he's just not going to get it done. So that's what I'm doing today. So that's my thing. So, hi, Carmela. Hi, how are you? Oh, from Japan. Awesome. Is there any messages from, okay, MJ, from your mother or your husband? Did your husband have real dark, thick hair? Yeah, remember when you guys call me, I don't always remember. You know what, really, and if you guys, by the way, I read online, and I had a person that I don't know what, he gave me a horrible rating, and I just ticked me off. I don't miss. Now, you guys know I don't miss. Now, I might not get the right person, but somebody will come up through for you. And I told him, I said, well, there's this person that's really dark skin. It's a male. He said, well, it's a female. I said, no, I don't miss. I don't know who this is for you, but you need to figure it out. And then I said, and then your wife's sitting under a tree reading. Oh, yeah, she loved to read. I said, and she's talking about somebody's name's M, and I'm not sure what that is. Finally, he goes, well, her mother's name was Marilyn, because I said Mary. And then he gave me a horrible rating. He says, I didn't connect. Now, I'm sorry. How much more do you want? When I'm telling you, and I said, didn't you take care of her when she was sick? Yeah, I did. Well, hello. What? I got lucky. I mean, she could have had an accident. Of course I'm talking to her. And it just, I get a little bit tired of some of these people, because it's like, it's crazy. You know what I mean? Yes, he was Black Irish. Yes, I see him, MJ. He's nice looking, by the way. He says you're doing the right thing. Does that make sense? That's all I know. That's what he says. So I'm not quite sure what that, okay. All right. Hi, Elizabeth. How is everybody? Estella? Estella where? Zoe? Where? Estella where? Is that Estella, Florida? Because there's an Estella, Florida. Okay. Oh, good, Jen. Yes, you will. Yes, negotiate. Don't give in. Remember, the card I pulled today was the One of Swords, taking the bull by the horns. Today, Damon, $50 for a half an hour is what I'm offering. Okay, which is $20 cheaper than it normally is. So, because I'm thinking, I just had to come down so that way you guys can get gas money. I mean, it's crazy how bad this is, you guys. I get this. I mean, I've got a Jeep. My Jeep gets crappy gas mileage, and I just was like, I can't believe it. In 1 week here in Wisconsin, the gas price went up $1. That's a lot. I mean, what the heck? And nobody's doing anything. Way back in the 70s when we had this problem and I was really, really little. I remember that they passed laws that were they couldn't raise the gas price more than a dime a week. I remember that. And I'm like, it kept the inflation down. Now nobody just doesn't care anymore. You know what I'm saying? All right. Yeah. Uh Becky, hey Becky, tell Jonathan that the website ain't working again. It won't work. It won't calculate. It won't do anything. Okay. Um, Becky, does your grandma, was she kind of like, was her hair kind of gray and it was sort of cut like mine a little longer, solid gray, and she wasn't a real big person? Tell me if that's right. Okay. All right. Good morning, Anna. Oh, the war boosts the economy. Exactly. You know what? I say the same thing, Damon, that this is all being perpetuated by our government. We have to pay for all those checks that came out. I said to everybody, and if you guys remember on my podcast, I predicted, and I said gas would hit $5 a gallon by mid-July. And right now I'm at 4. See, you have to remember, I'm talking about myself. But when I make my predictions, because that's what I know. But it's 4.79 right now. And it was 3.69 a week and a half ago. So, and it's going to hit $5 by July. I predicted that on my podcast, so please remember that. But yes, I agree. I think that I always said that money's got to come from somewhere. That stimulus money's got to come from somewhere. Where is it? Where is it? Exactly. Yep. Um, oh, you had to start. Okay. Oh, okay, lady. Okay, okay, Becky. All right, I didn't know that. Okay. Yes, I'm right. She wants you to start your own business or job, Becky. Something about that. So you must have an idea. I know you've been starting. I'm talking about your own tarot. But there's more to it than that. So think about that. Okay. Yes, I got it right, MJ. Okay. Anna, you better believe I know it's possible I know people who've gotten very sick from their own home. So yes, that is true. Anna, yours is $5.50 to $6. Wow. Yeah, Illinois is 5.30 or 5.40. I mean, it's just I can't believe this. And what's really scary is there's no reason. There's no real reason. They just feel like doing it. You got to make your billions back because they're greedy jerks. I could use a stronger word, but I won't. you know, and so I still really think that if we all stick together and refuse to like have a day where we don't drive or have it, like we did during the pandemic, then they're gonna have to come down in prices. That's too bad. Do you know what I'm saying? I think that like I said, I'm not driving any excess. I'm not even leaving my driveway right now. I refuse to because I'm not going to pay these prices. So I just guess I don't go anywhere. I told my husband, I'm like, well, we've got 4 ways of transportation in my back pasture. So if worst comes to worst, take the horses and yeah. He laughs at me, but I said, hey, it's true though. I mean, seriously, but sister's moving out to Mexico. Oh, MJ, is she? Oh, cool. Okay. And MJ, I'm working on your yearly. I'm doing that today. I'm still working on it. So you guys know I'm working on it. Didn't forget you. Okay. Yeah. Here, I'm going to make move the camera just a little bit. There we go. Okay. All right. Oh, my hosta. Oh, you saw my hosta stuff? Yeah. You know what? I'm trying to sell hostas, and people are so desperate to buy gas. Nobody's buying hostas. You guys do know that that's food, right? I got over 1,500. I probably have more like 1,700. I have a lot of types of hostas. Um, they're striped. They're white. They're I guess yellow. They're chartreuse. They're 3 colors. They're 4 colors. I got all kinds, and they're edible. So I always tell my husband, I'm like, well, if the worst comes to worst, we're gonna start eating our hostas, and I'll cook them like I do lettuce. And that because they are edible. That's really a lot of people don't realize they're ornamental edible plants. So, yep. Um, oh, that's fine. Thank you, MJ. I'm making sure I take my time when I do those. It takes me a little while because there's 12. I have to do a research on you. I have to research your birth date, your birth time, your birthplace. I have to do your numbers for your name. I have to put. It takes me a little while to do them. So, but I am working on them. So, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. So, notice I got New Mexico. I noticed. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. This is one of my T-shirts. So, Sab, do you see things getting any better for you this month? I see an improvement in July. Sorry, I wish it was a little sooner. Okay. Um, yeah, you need something that'll grow in New Mexico. Yeah, hostas won't grow in New Mexico. It's too, well, you know what, that I noticed when I was in New Mexico? Everybody had greenhouses because greenhouses are trapping the moisture. So I'm thinking that's probably, I bet you things like that would grow in the greenhouse. So, all right. Here it's all it does is rain, and I'm sick and tired of it. So that's all it's done. It hasn't ever been like this. It's something to do with global warming because when I was a kid, it never did this the way it is now. I mean, it is raining once or like last year, we had a drought. It actually was, we didn't get any rain for like 4 months or something like that. And so now we're still catching up, but it rained last night. It rained the night before. It rained the night before. It's supposed to rain Wednesday. Tomorrow again. It's supposed to be nice today. Yeah. So I just think it's global warming. I really do. And I think that the earth doesn't know what to do. So it's kind of in shock or something. Yeah, the yellow ones are pretty. Yeah. You know what? Like I said, I've got hundreds and hundreds of types. Matter of fact, you'll see, I'll have to show you sometime. I get them sent to me, and I've got one that's called yellow polka dotted bikini. It's so cute, and it's yellow with green and got white running through it. It's just really cute, and it's a really small plant. It only stays. I've got some that are only this tall, and they bloom that small, and I've got some that are as big as me. So there's all kinds of them. So yep, and it's just for fun. Anna, if you want to do a yearly, you can. Oh, you do have a greenhouse. That's what I noticed. Everybody in New Mexico has a greenhouse. Now, I have a greenhouse, and it's too cold from probably November or December through mid-March. And then I put everything back out. And then it's fine in there. Because the other day, it was 120 degrees. I had to go put the shade cloth on because I'm like, oops. So, yeah, I have to go water the plants today because I think they're probably very dry and hot. So, yeah. But that's the bad thing about it. You have to just kind of keep an eye on them. Cloud seeding. Yeah, that's what I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but you ask anybody who's living in the Midwest, the weather patterns have changed. I have a friend who lives in Ohio, and she says she even gets more rain than she used to. And yet, there's severe drought out west. So, see what I'm saying? It's just, yeah, and then there's supposed to be 7 hurricanes in Florida. I haven't gone down to Florida because every time I turn around, they just got over a tropical storm. My mother-in-law was complaining it was so bad down there. And I'm like, hey, she goes, in 2 more weeks, I guess I have another one coming. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to get down there anytime soon, I think. But she's coming up here. So, yeah. But so if you do see me, I've gone down there. It's basically home down there. So I'm home. I'm there probably two months a year at least, So, yeah. Oh, that's good, Laura. Your amaryllis, because amaryllis, like I've tried to grow them, and after I've grown them one time in a pot or I've had them bloom, they don't bloom right again. I didn't know if they only bloomed once. I wasn't sure on that. I'm looking really bright. Yeah, I know. I kind of, to me, I look a little pale today, but I'm really not pale. I've been outside in the sun so all day. Yeah, you're saving water. Yep. See what I'm saying, Anna? Cleveland, it's just really, really rainy. It's just, and the weather patterns are changing. It has to do, you guys have to understand that the Great Lakes have their own weather pattern because they're so huge. And if you've never seen the Great Lake, it looks like the ocean. Only it's a little grayer. But it looks, you can't really, and if you go up north, up to Lake Superior, the water is crystal clear. Like you can see, you can see right down to the bottom of it's unbelievably. It's, it blows your mind if you have never seen the Great Lakes because they're so big and it's all fresh water. And it's too bad because it's gotten so dirty because people don't take care of things like they should. I'm about an hour from Lake Michigan, so okay, good. All good. All right. Rainy yesterday. Yeah. Isn't the Earth axis tilted? MJ, you are correct. The Earth's axis is tilted by 1 degree, and I keep track of this, by the way. So that's why I know. Otherwise, I would say I didn't know. But I know that it's between 1% and 2%. Now, 1% happened when China blew, it was China, no, North Korea blew up a bomb. Another one was when we had a volcano eruption about 10 years ago, and I can't remember which eruption it was, but it's tilted the axis 2 degrees. So that's contributing to things too. But if I don't know about you, but I'm 55, and I don't remember it ever being rainy like this. It has been steady, like gray and rain and rain and rain. I mean, like my plants are growing great, but there's just not. But the thing is that we need that real nice, bright, hot sun to get the corn to grow. The corn's only this tall. I mean, it's almost mid June already, and it's that tall, and that's not normal. So I told my husband, I'm like, I always keep track because my grandparents were farmers. I always keep track. I always kind of know what's going on with the farm and how the land is growing and all that. And it's just interesting, and it's very cool this year. I mean, I think right now it's 56 degrees or 57 degrees outside as I'm getting up in the morning. And I'm like, so I had to put a sweatshirt on, and it's June. And it's just been very cool. I think it was supposed to be this week, a high of 80s. And it's usually much warmer than that already. So yeah, so go figure, right? Yes, you're right. How's my arm, Earl? Here, I'll show it to you. Hold on. Really good. It's okay. But see, look at it. It isn't pretty. See, look at. I caught it and I fell as I was opening the gate, and tell my husband to get rid of the stupid barbed wire. We don't need it. We don't use it. And it's not good for the horses. And he's like, he put it up. He's like, well, they keep reaching over, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, we're going to have to get better fencing, which we did. And so we walked out there this morning, and they're so full. It's funny to see them. Horses can get very sick if they eat too much. And they will eat too much. And I'm keeping an eye on them because it can make them sick. And I have to keep an eye on their hooves and make sure that they're not foundering. And because the grass is so high. And so we bring them in at night. I'm leaving them out there during the day. And they haven't gone out to eat yet. So they're almost at a point where they're like, oh, I just don't feel good. I'm not going to eat anymore for a while. So I told my husband, we might have to lock them up and not let them out there for a while because it's not good for them. It can get really sick. So I told him, I'm like, well, we have to keep an eye on them. I don't want any sick horses. That's all I need because it'll be thousands of dollars. And usually when they get founder, it can kill them. So I told him the grass is so high because they couldn't get out there right away. And, I don't know. And with all the rain, the pasture is just really tall and very, very green. So yeah, I'm more concerned about I have a little miniature Shetland cross, and she's very thin, and she's old. She's not real old. She's 22. They usually live in their 30s, and I keep trying to get her to gain weight. So I keep trying to push her out, but she won't go. So she's probably like, I'm full. I don't need any more. So yeah, but I have to go out there to check them too to make sure that they're not foundering and they're not eating too much fresh grass. It's not good for them. So, wow, MJ, it's 900 degrees, right? Don't they, MJ? Oh my God, they founder. Founder means that it's like it's too rich a food, and their hooves. You know what it is? It's gout. It's like a people gout. It's like a horse gout, and their hooves will actually swell and they can't stand, and it hurts for them to stand on their feet. So I have to keep an eye on them. I might today bring them up to the upper pasture where it's a dry lot, which means there's no grass, to make sure that they're not eating too much, because I have to keep an eye on them. So, because otherwise they're going to make themselves sick. And they also can colic too, which they get an upset stomach, and then that makes them even sicker. So, yeah, I got to keep an eye on them. So, but my little one, she has to eat. She's real thin. When they're really thin like that, they won't founder because they're a little underweight. But I just have to keep an eye on her. So I might walk out to the pasture today. So go figure, right? Anyway, couple more questions, and then we're gonna be done here. Anna, your girlfriend wants you to move to Texas. I'd never move to Texas if my life depended on it. I'm sorry. I always wanted to move to Texas. I actually was looking at Corpus Christi. And with all the garbage that's going on, the human rights stuff, and there's just no way. No. I'm embarrassed by Texas. I'm going to be honest with you. They got the gun laws, the abortion stuff. I'm just done. I wouldn't do it at this point. I'm embarrassed by a lot of these states. And it's all 50, it's the ununited states, right? Right, guys? Because there's 50 states just doing whatever they want and nobody listening to the federal government. So, yeah. You're good? Okay. All right. Yeah, it's been raining on and off. Yeah, I know. Do you see when the economy's going to turn around? Good question, Damon. I would say it's okay. Now, when I did my predictions in January, I said it was going to be 4 years and of tough times. You're going to have to really buckle down and I don't know about you, but I store up. I'm going to tell you guys, store up on canned goods. You will thank me for that. Today, I'm going to go out and buy, and not a whole lot, like maybe $10 here, $10 here, and start stocking up. Trust me, I don't even know exactly what's going to happen, but I'm being told this, to stock up on canned goods, stuff that's non-perishable. So, stock up, okay? Earl, maybe. How far does this woman live from you? The person you're going to be with, eventually, it doesn't live far from you. Okay? All right, hold on here. Hold on. Hi, Elvira. Any chance me financial situation gets better on my promotion will come through soon. Thank you. August for you. Okay? Your interval will go well, fine, Damon. Laura, any messages? Did your father have gray hair and was parted on the side? Laura, get back to me. Because that's who that is. Yes, dry beans and rice. You know what? Happy to have the restaurant to use as a cannery when needed. Very good thought, MJ. You're right. She lives far away. Earl, the person you're going to end up with lives fairly close to you. I mean, not that you can be talking to her, or maybe you'll move. I mean, I don't know, but I just know that I'm supposed to tell you that, so that must mean something. Okay? All right? Yeah, we're struggling. I'm struggling. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yes, he did. Laura, he loves you. That's for you. He's sorry he had to leave so soon, or he had to leave suddenly, or something like that. Like, he wish he could have said more. He wish he could have, like, told everybody more or something. Just to let you guys know that. But anyway, I just think that we all should be proactive and plan. I'm growing my own food. You know what I do. I've got my tomatoes and my peppers and my broccoli and cauliflower, my green beans, my peas, my peppers, my onions. That's what and lettuce. And so that's what I grow. Thought about maybe throwing in a couple eggplants, but it's getting a little late now. I like eggplant Parmesan. So, and I've handmade it. It's really good. it's hard though to keep because I'm very serious when I say I'm going to can. I have a one pot, and you can can 3 jars of like tomatoes, stuff like that. I'm pretty sure I'm going to can that and I'm going to figure out how to make cherry jam. I've got cherry trees. They are just loaded with cherries this year, and I don't even know why, but they're loaded. And my apple trees are not producing yet. My pear trees are doing really well, and that's what I'm saying. I've got my own food, plus I got my own chickens. So we did have goats, but I couldn't get the goats to produce and to keep milk. I had because every year they have to they have a baby, a kid, or they don't keep producing, and I just didn't know what to do with all the goats. So I'm like, yeah, so I don't have them anymore. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to make ends meet. Trust me, and I'm gonna be honest with you, my business is slacked off also. Because I like I said, I'm an extra too for you guys. So if you can't pay, you're having a hard time paying, but filling that gas tank. You don't call me, and that's okay. But just I understand. So that's why I said I came down in prices too. Okay. Um, I end up with a close person. Okay, do I end up with a close person or a far person? Am I a far person away? So, NJ, you know what? I'm so rusty. My mother knew how to, and my grandma knew how to can, but I do not. I'm talking the mason jar type. I I need to learn how to do it, and then trust myself that I've sealed it right so they don't go bad. That's my thing. I trusting myself enough to know that I did it right so that I don't get sick. And because there's a trick to it. Uh, I did make jardinera. I don't know if you know what jardinera is. It goes on like Italian beef and stuff. From what I understand, it's a Chicago thing, but it's like spicy relish, I guess you could say, and it's got all kinds of garden stuff in there, and it's all. And I made some wicked stuff, and I did a cold canning, where you put the top on and let it seal naturally, and you keep it in the fridge, and it did work. And we left them in the fridge for about 5 months, and I thought, ooh, I'm scared to eat, and they were absolutely fine. So, it's kind of a trial and error, right? But I'm just telling you guys, I've been telling you to make your own food because you're going to need it. So, yeah. Um, oh, good. Thank you, Anna. I like talking to you guys too. I was off for about 3 days. Because I was doing other things. Um, looking for even plant grain for making bread. I heard cauliflower works well. My daughter uses cauliflower, ground cauliflower or coconut flour. You know what though? When you make coconut flour, it tastes like coconut. They're like, oh, it doesn't have it tastes like bread. No, it doesn't. It tastes like coconut. So, because I've tried it. Because remember, I can't have, I have Hashimoto's. I can't have carbs. I can't have bread. Well, the gluten doesn't bother me. Not supposed to have dairy, but I cheat. There's so many things I'm not supposed to have. So, yeah. So, Earl, do you feel like your grandmother, was she really small and had dark hair? I don't see her hair gray, but she put it back, like she wound it up on a bun or something. And she's real small. Tell me if I'm right. Because if so, that's who's around you. Okay. I think your interview is going to go great. I think you're supposed to seize the day. Because remember I told you guys I pulled the card. That's what the card represents. So I pulled it for the day. And everybody's like, well, how come that always works for all of us? Because everybody's had their own experience because we're all soul family. This card is seize the day. That card's what that represents, seize the day. So take advantage of it and do well. You'll do well if you have the right attitude. And Damon, you usually do, so you should have no trouble. Okay? No, I think it's a far guy. You end up with somebody that's far because you end up moving. In the second part of your life, you're not going to be living where you're living. Go, yeah. She had red hair. Okay, Earl, who is, okay. Well, maybe you won the lottery. I know. Tell me about it. Earl, who is the person that I'm talking about? Because there's somebody around you like that. She's small. She's got dark hair. It's kind of wound up. She's dressed kind of old-fashioned. Is it possibly a great-grandmother? Mm-hmm. Martina, any money on your way? No, the usual. I feel like you're cutting back on something though. Are you cutting back so that you have a little bit more money room? Just thought I would tell you that. Okay. No problem. Yeah, thank me. Thanks for sitting here. Here. Oh, the sun is coming out. What do you know? Yeah. The sun is very, 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 very important to me. If you hadn't noticed, I'll have to show you. I collect anything with the sun on it. I know that sounds, and that's why the sun is on my logo. I'm a sun worshiper. So go figure. The sun, the moon, and the stars. That's what's on my logo. So no problem, Damon. So okay, you guys. So what I'm gonna do is one more question, and then we're gonna be off. I'm on here for 35 minutes already. I have to tape. I have to tape your monthly career and finance, and I have to work on MJ's yearly. So, and I usually take 2 to 3 hours, and then I can only do so many a day. It just gives me a headache otherwise. I do about six. I can do about six comfortably. After that, I'm kind of so yeah, yeah. You're right. Okay, thanks, Earl. Earl, who's the person? I just am wondering. They're around you. Figure out who that is. Mm. But now I get a lot of great grandparents, by the way. So I just thought I'd let you know. I do get a lot of them. I don't know why. Even if you didn't remember them, you still do. I don't know if that makes sense. So with that said, you guys, I'm out of here. I've got a lot of stuff to do, so I'm gonna go tape. So take care, everybody. Okay.